Building for building's sake.
Wow, that was on mute. We're not just building for building's sake. Right. Hey, y'all. Sorry, the mic was on mute on this one over here, but I think on the other platform they could hear it. So, But this is perfect timing because what we're going to be sharing with you all is okay. Can y'all hear it now, fam? Let us know. Okay, good. They're good to go. Awesome. So y'all came in right on time then because what we're going to be sharing today is really some gold for you all so you can know what to do, where to focus every day. And that's going to look a little different based on the season that you're in. So this is just a simple system that we've been using for years so we can know exactly, okay, based on where we are, based on what our goals are, this is the level that we need to be spending the majority of our time. And so this process that we're going to show you is, I was going to do this in the
black.
Yeah, the actual triangle is our revenue pyramid. And oftentimes we bring this out when couples are like, we're doing all the things, but we're not seeing the results. We don't understand why or what, or how long, or are we focusing on the wrong thing, or what are we missing? And all these different questions, because there are lots of different moving pieces when we're talking about being a marriedpreneur. And so I was going to do this in different colors too. I don't know. We can do, right. Let me the bottom one in black, you write it, and then green up here. Yep.
Wait.
Yeah, just write whatever that word is.
Oh, okay.
And then the second one in blue. See, I have like things in my mind going on, and I didn't share that part of the nuance of it.
You want this line to be black too?
Yeah, you can do that in black. The words may be they may flip it on your screen, but we'll get to it. So before we go forward, this is what we like to call the revenue pie chart. Okay, the revenue pie chart, we break it down really into 3 different levels. And whenever you may feel like, okay, we're doing all these things, but what exactly do we need to be doing? Because it feels like we're maybe just going in circles, or maybe we're not making much traction. How do we know we're doing the right thing? So we just wanted to make it super plain, super simple for you. Then you can take this concept and put it into your business model right away. And then you can also be going over this as you all do your daily legacy meetings as well too, as marriedpreneurs. It doesn't matter if you're indie, spousal, or couplepreneurs. It makes everything so much easier. So with the revenue model, the revenue pie chart model, can y'all see it?
I think that might work.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, please, if you can see it. Just say like yes. On one of the platforms, maybe on Instagram, it may be backwards, but we'll read it off. They're really simple words. So let us know in the comments if you can see it so we can know what's going on. Awesome. Hey, Angelica. Okay. On Facebook and the other platforms over here, let us know. Can y'all see it as well too? Because I know different cameras. Okay. So with this, perfect. Okay. Thank you. So with this revenue pie chart, what this does is it helps you to take all those different things that you have to get done, and then you're able to put them inside the revenue pie chart, because one of the main goals in business is to actually be profitable, right? Like you do want that. That's a part of building the business. And so if you focus primarily on non-revenue generating activities, well, guess what's going to happen? That's going to impact the amount and the speed at which you create revenue. So it's very simple. It's a very simple concept, but it really makes just doing what needs to be done so much easier, and streamline it for both of you, so you can see what needs to be done. So we have 3 different levels of all the different things that need to be done, and we'll write them out for you. But right now we're just going to go over the align, and then we'll have the next one, and then the next one right here. This is actually going to be where whatever you do to create revenue in your business, that's the dollar sign right there. Okay, that's what the green is for. So that's what I was thinking about, green at the top. So
got it.
Makes sense now. So okay, so now align. That's the bottom. That's the foundation. Let's talk about the different items in a business. Any business, really, and we're really talking about service-based businesses primarily. But it really can go for any model. But that's who we focus in supporting that way. So when we talk about align.
Yeah, this is going to be the tool kit, the ABCs, the things that really are that the business is built upon. Mm-hmm. And that really starts with the 2 of you. Mm-hmm. And so the business is really going to be built upon the 2 of you. That includes your systems for communication. That includes your systems for awareness. And when I say awareness, I'm simply saying both of you being on the same page. That's going to include your system for wealth roles. Who's going to be doing what? Who is best suited to do what? And so when you think about all of the internal things that are essential for a business to be successful, that also includes how the intra connectivity, not just the internal aspect, but the intra aspect. And intra, I mean, how well you two are working together. How well are the, if you will, inner departments that make up the organization? How well are they working together? And so when you think about building your way toward revenue, this has to be there. This has to be present, especially if your financial success, your revenue success is going to be sustainable, especially if it's going to be measurable, especially if it's going to be noticeable. It has to have these aspects of the business in alignment. That begins with the two of you.
Yes. Now with that also down there, you're going to go, that's where you're going to really focusing on your branding. That's going to be focusing on your marketing, as far as your marketing
messaging
model and the mode that you're going to do your marketing in, and your messaging. That's like all of the groundwork. And if you try to skip this step, it will show up very quickly. Okay. And so you don't want to skip this step, but also at the same time, you can't spend 100% of your time for your business here either, because then you're not going to make the revenue, right? So you have to understand, like, okay, what needs to be done now? What needs to be clear now? What do we need to be focusing on now? But this is the align part, okay? So let us know if you have any questions about that align. Once you are clear that these are the things that go in align, these are not revenue generating, but they are absolutely necessary to be a part of your business growth and growing together as well in the business. The next part after align is, you want to do the blue?
Sure.
Okay. Is then you're going to act on these things. And let's break this down. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You can start.
So when it comes to act, remember we said down here, you talked about your wealth roles. You talked about you all being on the same page with what that business model looks like, with what exactly that marketing looks like. What if you choose to move forward in the branding, you don't have to do that branding part right away. And actually, it's best to just make sure you get your clients first, so your messaging is clear, and then you build your brand in a profitable way on that, which you know is already converting. So, but still, it needs to be done somewhere along, either immediately or in the future, right? So the act piece of it is actually acting on that. So you're actually implementing the systems that you've already said, okay, this is the way that we are going to focus on. This is what are we going to be offering? What are our packages? What is our value ladder in our business? What does that look like? And which step of our value ladder for our business model that are we going to be focusing on primarily right now? Like, what is that going to be? This is the app part. This is also where strategic visibility comes in. Maybe you're going to be doing some strategic partnering with some other businesses and corporations that will get you strategic visibility in front of your dream clients. So you're very clear about that, because you've done a lot of that groundwork here in Align, and you know who your people are. And right now you're acting to get that strategically in front of them. And then you are going to have a clear call to action that's going to make sense, and that they're going to want. It's going to resonate with them, not just something that you just want to give somebody, but really understanding how that messaging is going to work directly for your dream client and for your market. That's where the act part comes in. Within that acting, though, what's going to happen is you're going to find out a lot. Like, you're going to get some data. You're going to find out, is your messaging working? You're going to get data. Or are people responding in the way that you expect them to respond? Or are you making enough offers? Are you doing that on a consistent basis, like a daily basis? And how are you doing that? Or do you have that automated so you don't have to spend your actual time manually doing that? And if that be the case, you want to make sure that you are tracking it, so you're able to say, okay, oh, this is what works and this is what doesn't work. So let's do more of what does work, so then we can focus directly, the limited time that you do have to focus on it. You're able to get right into it, and not around the bullseye, but you're kind of just instead of around it, you're like right on it, right? So this is where you'll have even conversations with prospects. You'll have opportunities to get in front of your market, maybe with speaking or writing or guest blogging or any of these things that's going to give you a clear call to action and a response from them, because you need a response, because that response is going to tell you what you need to do next. It's going to tell you what you need to, it's going to tell you that you need to tweak, and then what part you need to tweak. So you start off a little bit at a time. So we're just going very high level with this right here. So it's not every single step, but at least you can understand where to put the different items as far as your revenue pie chart. Once you are acting and you're taking action on a regular basis, you have but no choice to get responses, and that's where the top part comes in. Ding, ding, ding. That may be a bit. Is it?
Let's spell that right.
I-E.
Oh,
yeah, that's okay. I was like, they look a little different. So then the third one at the top is achieve. And then you can put another dollar sign up here. And so here's the thing, guys. If you are, and this is when you're actually delivering your goods to your clients. Now, at this point, they go from prospects to paying customers. Here's the thing. If you attempt to, is my button? I'm sorry. I was like, I feel like air coming through. So if you attempt to go all the way to achieve without having clear messaging, without being on the same page on how you all are working out your wealth roles, or without understanding how you're going to market or do your marketing mode, or even the model of which you're going to talk to people and get in front of them, or strategize to connect with them. It doesn't have to be all complicated. I'm saying to keep it super simple, but actually take the steps. So when it comes to the action part, you can know what it is that they are saying, because they're going to tell you whether or not they give you their card or not. They're going to tell you, people tell you what they're really thinking based on if they're actually buying from you. So it's not complicated at all. And then you can ask questions, right? Then you can say, okay, so if they didn't purchase, if they didn't move forward with you, then what was it that was missing? You could even ask them, well, what maybe was I talking to the right person? Do I have the right messaging talking to the right person? Or am I talking to the right person with the wrong messaging, right? Or do I have the right messaging with the wrong person? Like, you have to work through these things. And as you do this is like an ongoing cycle. You don't just finish and then that's it. You throw it away and then act and throw it away. You actually are building on these together. But the beautiful thing about seeing this in a very simplistic manner is that you can know, okay, where am I focusing the most right now? Or where do we need to focus the most right now? Because those two may not be the same answer.
Yeah. So when you're looking at these three areas, you're also assessing these three areas to determine where there may be weakness or where there may be breakdown, really where there's opportunity to strengthen. Because let me say this, you can be somewhat aligned in acting and generating revenue, but that won't be sustainable revenue because you're somewhat aligned. You want to be as completely aligned as you possibly can be, while also acting as robust and as targeted as you can. And when you're really emphasizing the alignment and you're emphasizing the action, the motion, the verb sense of what you put together with the right messaging and so forth, then what happens is when you have that clear revenue target, even it's just a distance between the act and the achieve that's between where you are and where you desire to go. So again, when you think about any successful business, when you think about any successful marriage, when you think about any successful team, any team that wins whatever the championship is called in their sport, that team was aligned. They were on the same page, shared objectives. Everyone understood their roles. That team was in action, which is the execution of the game plan. Yes. And then ultimately what we see is the result. Obviously, they achieved their mission. So this is the revenue pie chart. This is really how successful marriedpreneurs build sustainable, profitable businesses.
Yes. And before we hop off, do let us know in the comments, is this helpful for you? And let us know, if so, are there any questions about it? Because our goal for you all is to come and get the goods and then start implementing it like right away. Like you implement right away, so then you can start seeing the results. You can see what your questions are, and you can get even more clarity. So that's what, when we do these, these legacy lives, we're not just coming just to share some insight. We want you to like go take action. Okay. So do you have any questions about taking action? Do you have any questions about any of that, or any of the things within your business as well? Any of this about taking action? Because knowing where you are, where you need to focus, that's the main thing. So let us know in the comments. I know I just said like a whole different things, like, was it helpful for you? Do you have any questions with it? All those things. But if all that be the case, then, do let us know what those questions are. And also, one of the things that I don't know if we mentioned a lot of this in here, what will be in the line, but it would impact all of it, would be your system. So what we're talking about right now, is just actually having a clear system of your revenue pie chart. I know that's maybe a glare and backwards on some of the platforms, but that says revenue pie chart up there. And so you can write this down and screenshot it for yourself.
And by the way, we do recognize that this is a pyramid.
Yeah.
so you can call it a revenue pyramid.
Oh, revenue pyramid. Yeah. I did say that earlier, didn't I? And then you said pie chart. But anyway, here we are. Remember. We did the whole training, so you got the goods. Okay. So let us know in the comments any questions with that. Yes, helpful. Oh, good. Glad to hear that. That's reconfirming with you, Mike, as well. I was going to say, with the system. So if you all don't have like clear systems that you're working together and like actually taking the daily steps to do that, and you're looking for a framework, do let us know. We put together a free systems checklist for married entrepreneurs specifically. And if you want us to send you that link, we'll send it to your DMs or whatnot. Just let us know in the comments. Just put systems, and then we'll like follow up with you, and we'll send the link to you in your DMs or Messenger or whatever platform you're on. Okay. We want to make sure that you have what you need to build purposefully, powerfully, and profitably in sync. Okay. That is our goal. That is our focus. We are praying for you all. We are rooting for you all. And until next week, we look forward to seeing you all soon. Anything else?
I think that's it.
You think that's it? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.